AI and robotics, talk about a field that's set to change everything. But how do you go from just being interested to actually building a career in it? Well, guess what? It's not some big secret. Today, we're going to lay out the 4 essential steps to take you from ambition to absolute expert. Let's jump in. So, you're dreaming of a career in AI and robotics, right? You want to be one of the people building the future with smart systems, with actual robots. That is a massive ambition, and for a very good reason. But let's be real, the big question is always, how? What's the actual path to get from where you are now to there? And yeah, from the outside looking in, it can seem super complicated, almost impossible. But here's the thing. It's not magic. It's a journey. And like any good journey, it has a clear roadmap. And today, we're handing you that map. So let's kick things off with this whole zero to expert idea. Now, this isn't about finding some magic shortcut. No, this is about a structured, step-by-step transformation. It's a process, and it all starts right here. And here's what that roadmap looks like. It's got 4 main stages. First, you've got to lay the foundation. That's all your core skills. Then, you build your proof. You got to show you can actually use those skills. After that, you gain your edge to really stand out from the crowd. And finally, you launch your career, targeting the exact roles you want. See how that works? Each step builds right on top of the last one. All right, first up, laying your technical foundation. And listen, whatever you do, do not be tempted to skip this part. I'm serious. Every single expert out there, no matter how brilliant they are now, started right here. These are the absolute non-negotiable building blocks of your entire career. Think of this stage as assembling your toolkit, getting all the essential gear you're going to need. These are the core skills that will support literally everything else you do. If you try to build something cool without them, well, even the most amazing ideas are just going to grind to a halt. Okay, so let's get specific about what's in this toolkit. First, coding. We're talking Python. It is the language of AI, period. Then there's math. You got to focus on linear algebra, calculus, and stats. That's the engine that makes all the models run. Next, AI tools. This means getting your hands dirty with libraries like TensorFlow or PyTorch. And finally, robotics. This is a 2-parter. You need the software side, like the robot operating system, we call it ROS, and you also have to understand the hardware that brings your code into the real physical world. Okay, so you've been working hard, you've got the skills, awesome. Now what? Well, that brings us straight to stage 2, from code to portfolio. Because look, knowing stuff is one thing, but proving you can actually build with it, that's what gets you hired. I love this quote. Think about it like this. A course certificate, that's like having a recipe. It's great. But a project in your portfolio, that's the actual delicious meal you cooked. It's the tangible, undeniable proof that you can deliver. So what exactly is a great portfolio in this field? It is not just a random collection of your homework assignments. No way. Think of it as your personal highlight reel. It needs to show that you can take on a real, messy problem, clean up the data, and build something that actually produces a meaningful result. And this right here is the key transformation. Until you use them, your skills are just potential. But when you turn them into projects for your portfolio, now they're tangible evidence of your value. That's the stuff a hiring manager can look at and get genuinely excited about. All right, so you've got the tech skills, check. You've got the portfolio to prove it? Check. You're in a good spot. But if you want to really accelerate your career, you need something more. You need to gain a professional edge. This is the secret sauce that separates the good from the truly great. Success in tech really has 2 sides to it. Your technical skills, that's what you can do with the machines. But your soft skills, that's about how you work with the people who are building those machines alongside you. And trust me, revolutionary tech is always, always a team sport. So what does this edge actually look like day to day? Well, it's communication, like being able to explain a super complex AI model to someone in marketing who has no idea what you're talking about. It's team collaboration, working with a hardware engineer to get your code to talk to their sensors. And it's strategic networking. Using something like LinkedIn isn't just about finding a job, it's about finding mentors, seeing what's new, and being part of the conversation. And part of that professional edge is just knowing the landscape, understanding the business side of things. Which jobs are hot? What are companies actually paying? Where is the whole industry going? Knowing that stuff lets you steer your career strategically instead of just drifting along. And all of that brings us to the final exciting stage, mapping your career path. You've done the work. All the pieces are now in place. It's no longer about what's available. It's about you choosing your destination. This is really where it all comes together. When you have that solid foundation, that killer portfolio, and that professional edge, you're not just crossing your fingers hoping for a job anymore. Nope, you get to start targeting the exact job you want. And you're doing it from a position of real strength. So, what kind of destinations are we talking about? Well, you could become a machine learning engineer, literally teaching computers to see patterns that no human ever could. Or maybe a robotics engineer, giving machines the power to move and interact with the physical world. Or hey, what about an AI product manager? You'd be the one deciding which huge problems we should solve with this tech next. See? These aren't just job titles anymore. They're real achievable targets for you. So there you have it. That's the roadmap. Foundation, proof, edge, and launch. It's a clear, straightforward path from where you are today to an expert career. The map is officially in your hands now. So the only question left is, what's your first step?